In the 1800s, the population was 1 billion. And it doesn't matter if you're a creationist or an evolutionist, whether you think it took 4,000 or 5,000 years or hundreds of thousands of years. It's one of those scientific facts. By the 1900s, there were 2 billion people on the planet. We doubled in 100 years. In the 1960s, 4 billion people. We doubled again. In 2010, the census right now is 7 billion people. I'm really looking at the audience because some people are not aware of these facts. And it's surprising to some and shocking. The census forecast for 2025 is for 10 billion people. What does this all mean? How are we going to survive and particularly thrive when the population gets heavier and denser? And, isolation is going to be a limited resource in the future. In the 1800s, power went to those who had strength, who had physical strength. If you were a strong farmer, you could do it. If you were in an army in a country, if everybody was strong, that's how that's where your power was. In the 1900s, when the population doubled, power suddenly shifted to those who had intelligence, who had mechanical innovations. Freud, Einstein, Henry Ford, Edison, those people who emulated those innovative, creative ideas and used their intelligence had the power in the world. By the 1960s, power resided with those individuals who could influence others, those individuals who were in management, who managed TV, who managed the movies, convince you to buy whatever car or toothpaste. Those were the people who had power. In 2010 and beyond, in the new millennium, power goes to those individuals who have exceptional social skills with many different kinds of people. I'll repeat that. In the new millennium, power goes to those individuals who have exceptional social skills with many different kinds of people. This does not mean social media skills like Twitter or Facebook, all valuable skills with the internet, yet they're mitigating those skills necessary to communicate, which I'll explain further later. The internet has leveled the power base for many of us. Now if you want to know how to fix a car or get the right medicine or learn any piece of knowledge, you just Google it and boom. So everybody's in this power. So what is going to make the difference as this population grows and gets more dense? We're going to need to connect with people more and more. Psychology has matched itself with technology, actually, over this curve that's grown. Psychology today, from 100 years ago, is like black and white TV to color TV, with high definition and 3 dimensions. It's really come a long ways. And we've identified guidelines that are going to be necessary to make this world work. We have so many rules, so many regulations, so many languages, so many governments, so many corporations, and we need to get our needs and wants met, and we have all these languages and guides to do this, and it's becoming very disjointed, very fractaled, and it's difficult to find one language that we can maneuverate in all different kinds of people. And science has helped us. The science of psychology has helped define those 5 rights. Here's an example. Everyone put your hands together like this. Okay? So, whatever thumb is on top, change it. Now, change your fingers at the same time. A pretty good audience. Sometimes I find people, I can't do it, Wave. I can't do it. Because where did you first learn how to do this? Nobody can tell that I'm doing this right now, but it is different. Anybody, what does this feel like? Can anyone tell me what this feels like? Anyone? Strange, awkward, uncomfortable. So learning to change your patterns when you're in conflict with somebody is just like that. Nobody else is going to know it, but you're going to feel a little awkward. You're going to feel a little uncomfortable. It's like learning a different language. Picture a mouse in the wall of a living room, a mother mouse, and she's with her son, and she says to her son, "Okay, son, let's go out and get some food in the kitchen." So they're going to travel across the living room to the kitchen. So they're going about sniffing across. They're about in the middle of the room, and all of a sudden, meow, a big cat appears. The mother mouse looks at her mouse hole's too far away, looks at the cat, looks at her son, then goes, "Woof." The cat goes, was that a dog? I hate dogs. If that's a dog, I'm out of here. The cat goes away. Mother looks down at her son and then says, "Now, do you see how important it is to learn a second language?" This is what we need to do. We need to change how we approach, how we resolve our problems, because we're in this pattern of always doing the same thing when we're faced with conflict.